Today we're playing with Twinkling H20s, going to do the direct color rubber technique on a stamp by Fred B. Mullet, this nature art stamp. Beautiful stamp to do direct color rubber techniques with, okay? I've got my Twinkling H20s over here. I've wet them up properly and allowed them to sit for 5 minutes so they're nice and creamy. And I have my paper towel here as my swatch and my little water reservoir here, mostly off the camera, so we're not taking up too much of the camera space, to rinse my brush off in between colors. So what we're going to do is take this Twinkling H2O color. This is chestnut brown. Beautiful, 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 beautiful color. And we're just going to start applying the darkest color at the base. Now this may be hard to see on camera. I'll try to get a close-up as best as possible. But I'm going to add a little bit of this chestnut brown on the base of each one of these leaves as I'm going up. Okay. Rinse my color off. Blot. Let me go to my next color. Because we know some leaves can get that beautiful burnt autumn color, I'm actually going to use this red color. I don't know if I can get this in the camera. Black cherry. It's a gorgeous color. Black cherry. Okay. So let's keep building in where the brown is. And just randomly, the beautiful thing about painting on a rubber stamp is you don't have to worry about coloring in the lines. Just randomly put where you think the sun might have kissed this leaf with a little bit of that red. Okay, that's enough for me. I'm going to rinse my brush off, give it a little blot. And go into my next color. Now, sometimes leaves have a little bit of that orange, right? A little tiny bit of this orange. So again, I'm going to stir up the color. You can see how gorgeous and shimmery this color is. Let's add just a tiny kiss of orange. Okay, just a little bit here and there. Nature's very random. Nothing's exactly alike. So you just kind of put it around where you're feeling at the moment. Rinse the brush, squeeze it off. Now we're going to get into our greens. And this is olivine, really great color. Olivine is an earthy green. In order to get an olive shade of green, it's a green that a dab of red, which we know orange is made out of yellow and red, to get this olive green. So to put it right next to the orange, it may sound counterintuitive, but it's not. It's really not. The colors will blend beautifully because there actually is a little bit of red when we make an olivine. I'm going to bring this green up a little bit further. Olivine's not quite as thick as I wanted it to be. I was in a hurry to do this video. So you may find that a little bit more color here and there. And I want to get the veins all the way up with that olivine. And I want to make sure all our veining in here has a little bit of olivine on it. Rinse the brush off. Squeeze out the excess. Then I've got this wonderful, glorious color, key lime. Fabulous color. Okay. Well, now I've got to decide where the light is. I suppose I should be smart. I put it on the bottom of that leaf. That means the light needs to be coming from up underneath. So I'm kind of put more of the light side on the base of this. Randomly put this key lime wherever we think it needs to go. Bring it a little bit down into that olivine. I want a little bit broken down into my olivine. Rinse my brush off. Squeeze. And last but not least, and I am so sorry that when we're photographing Guatemalan green, this is actually a green that has a turquoise cast to it, but the camera is picking it up as more of a Kelly green. But it is a stunning green teal color, and I love to use it as an accent on all of my pieces. I find that teal and peach are great bridge colors, accent colors. They bring an unexpected accent. I'm even adding a little tiny bit down here at the base where the red is, just to give us a surprise. Okay, rinse my brush off. Set it aside so it's safe. Off camera. I'm going to move my water well off camera, and I'm actually going to move my colors off camera. Because the next thing we're going to do is rubber stamp with what we call, this is a direct color rubber technique. So how do I get this color on my paper? How do I get it to stamp? Well, you could get it really, really wet and stamp with how wet you have this product on the stamp. And you can see there is quite a bit of product on the stamp. Okay, but I'm just going to give it an extra little mist. And I'm misting far away. You can't really see the little bottle, but I'm just misting far away. It's too far out of the camera, just so a gentle rain falls onto the stamp. Okay. Now, I don't know how many of you guys have stamped. It's been a while since I've stamped. Make sure to press in all four corners. Press in the middle. And boom, I've got my stamped image. Now here's really something, the coolest part of all of this. I can get more stampings off of one application of color. So let's see what I can do. 2. Now that's a little bit more washy. It looks a little bit watery there. Could I get a second stamping off of that? With that amount of water, we know there's plenty of paint on there. Get a little extra stamp. That looks like I could stamp. See how wet that is? I'm going to try another one without misting and see if I can't get that water to pick up into the paper. See how beautiful that is? So an average stamping off of one application of color, some stamps will get you 8 to 12 stampings. Some, I've had one stamp that gives me up to 32 stampings with direct color rubber. Hope you've enjoyed this. Thank you for joining me. Bye.